This is IGN. A few minor hiccups don't stop this from being one of the best Digimon RPGs to date. This is your IGN review of Digimon's story Time Stranger by George Yang. Like so many 90s kids, I watched my fair share of monster taming TV shows growing up, Digimon included. And while an 8-year-old George enjoyed Digimon World 3 on PlayStation 2, it was 2015's Digimon story Cyber Sleuth and 2017's more refined Hacker's Memory that renewed my current interest in the series. I felt a sense of nostalgia playing it, and its unique evolution systems made it stand out amongst Pokemon's omnipresent domination of the genre. A decade later, Digimon's story Time Stranger builds on that same foundation, but this time with a much bolder story that pays off well and a mostly compelling cast of characters. Combine that with engrossing turn-based combat and monster collecting mechanics, and Time Stranger shines as one of the best Digimon RPGs to date. Time Stranger follows a nameless secret agent protagonist who, after experiencing an apocalyptic clash involving Digimon called the Shinjuku Inferno, gets transported 8 years into the past in order to find a way to prevent it. It's an explosive start to the story, and one that grabs your attention immediately. Things get a little more straightforward from there as you quickly meet Inori Misono, a regular girl who just so happens to become intertwined with a humanoid Digimon named Agemon, who conveniently has amnesia. The trio set forth to uncover his mysterious origins from there, and as sappy as the script is, both of them constantly declare that they'll protect each other no matter what. Inori and Agemon's bond is tested in a way that ultimately sticks the landing. One minor disappointment is that our protagonist is silent, which oftentimes leads to the more emotionally impactful scenes falling a bit flat. Shinjuku's law enforcement group, the Public Safety Team, helps out our trio quite a bit during the story, but their personalities don't have enough depth to carry conversations on their own, making them quite forgettable. The only one who sticks out is the scientist, Monica Simmons, mainly due to her having the most presence in cutscenes. The others, like Kodai Kuremi and Shota Kuroi, I couldn't really tell you a thing about, much less remember what they even looked like. However, the Digimon characters do the heavy lifting here. The story revolves around Olympus 12, a group of 12 mega-level deity Digimon that manage the digital world. Their personalities are larger than life, and a stark contrast to the boring humans in Public Safety. I enjoyed Bacchusmon's lackadaisical and hungry antics, and he's based on the Roman god of wine. Volcanusmon, based on the Roman god of fire and the blacksmith of the group, loves action figures. These interests and habits give them an immense amount of charm. Despite being literal gods, they all feel down-to-earth and relatable in some way. It can be a bit of a chore to manage a potential total of 7 Digimon at the same time, although you can't directly control those guest Digimon. But Time Stranger has plenty of quality of life features to smooth the process over when you're not taking on its more pivotal fights. You can speed up the pace of battle and its animations by 2x, 3x, and 5x, as well as turn on auto battle and let your Digimon act on their own in case you want to quickly steamroll over regular enemy encounters. I really like the multi-layered weakness system Time Stranger has going on. There are 3 primary attributes, data, virus, and vaccine, that have a rock-paper-scissors relationship with each other. Data beats vaccine, vaccine beats virus, and virus beats data. On top of this, each Digimon comes with elemental weaknesses too, like fire, planet, earth, and water. If a vaccine-type Digimon hits a virus-type Digimon, it'll do 150% more damage. But if the attack is a light elemental one and the opponent is dark elemental, then the multiplier will be even higher, up to 400% from what I've seen so far. It's nothing revolutionary, but it's still a fun puzzle to take advantage of these attributes and elemental systems to create complex strategies and dispose of enemies efficiently. You'd be surprised at how fast even bosses can drop when you come up with a good plan. Digimon's story Time Stranger builds on its predecessors to deliver one of the best Digimon RPGs to date. It has a much more engaging story this time around, thanks to its clever time travel setup and a charismatic and lively cast of Digimon characters. Even though its human cast pales in comparison, it didn't stop me from wanting to see this time-hopping adventure all the way through its roughly 30 to 40 hour campaign. The turn-based combat is fairly straightforward, but the nuances in type matchups and the tinkering you can do with your party's evolutions and movesets adds quite a lot of depth. So while this adventure has a few minor hiccups, it's one that made me very glad to be back in the digital world once again. Digimon Story Time Stranger's IGN score? 8 out of 10. Thanks for listening to IGN. My name is Tony Jackson, and for the latest Digimon Story Time Stranger updates, visit us at IGN.com.
Spoken Layer.